Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the UnknownHobo. As always, I'm your host, forever confused, Marlon Mohabier. And today we're going to be covering the topic of, well, there's a few ways to say it, and it's pretty much, I feel like I didn't accomplish anything today, or what will I accomplish today, or I don't feel like I accomplished anything. Whatever version of that you feel like you feel or you think, we're just going to cover it for the most part. Now, I put a few bullet points that I'm going to be covering, but the main thing is you need to understand that your feeling towards your level of accomplishments is, of course, your feeling. How big of an accomplishment or how small of an accomplishment is really up to you, because what I've noticed, even with myself and other people, is you will accomplish something, but you think it's so small and so insignificant that you might not count it. Well, unfortunately, you have to count these small wins. And the reason why is because major change does not happen overnight unless you're lucky. I'm not that lucky. But generally, everything takes baby steps. And if you understand that things take baby steps, you need to count those small accomplishments. Whether it's just waking up in the morning a minute earlier, or I don't know, making yourself breakfast because you normally don't eat breakfast like me, or if you drink water, and I forgot to drink water today. Oh no, I actually drank water once. Proud of myself. So that's a way to think of it if you feel like you haven't accomplished anything big today. Now, if you feel like you haven't accomplished anything at all, that could be coming from a few different places for the most part. I know for me right now, I've been working out for a few months, and this is actually my first time taking like a whole week off, which apparently I found out that generally every like 8 to 12 weeks, you should be taking like a week off so your body can go into like full recovery mode or whatever it may be called. But apparently it's a good thing. I've never done that. So I'm taking this week off from going to the gym, and I'm actually taking this week off from doing a few different things. So I can actually do the podcast instead and pump out a few more episodes overall. I feel like I'm not doing anything, which is wild, which is the reason I actually picked this topic today, is you might be so used to doing things all the time that you don't understand, like, sometimes you just need to stop. You just need to stop and recoup or recenter yourself, because you can't just always keep going. Trust me, I did that for years, and it ran my body into the ground. Like, if any of you have ever seen any pictures of me from like 5-6 years ago, I actually look a ton older in my old pictures than I do now, since I've been like taking breaks every once in a while and learning how to like just stop. So if you're someone that's consistently moving and doing and going, and you're in a spot where you're forced to stop, or you feel like there's not another project to move towards or another thing to do, I understand you might feel like you're not accomplishing anything, but you need to take this time to recenter. You can plan on what you're going to do next, but just relax. You're not going to accomplish something every single day, at least not something big. Something small you can. You can always look for something small you want to accomplish, whether it's like, hey, I want to go write one more item on my to-do list, or whatever it may be. There's always something small you can technically accomplish. But even if you don't feel like you've accomplished anything, that might be somewhere where you need to realize, hey, I might be just going really, really fast, and I need to take some time to just chill out. I said, this is me coming from my personal experience, as that I'm in the middle of like forcing myself not to go to the gym because I know it's good for my body, and it's still annoying as the world, but it's just one of those things. So if you do find yourself not feeling accomplished or feel like you're accomplishing anything overall, here's a few things I can say you can possibly do. If you do these already, perfect. That means you actually are doing a lot. You're just not giving yourself credit. But if you're not doing these things, this is something you can do. And even just doing these things, you should feel accomplished, because doing these things actually is accomplishment in itself. These are stuff that I am working on myself. So one of the first things you can possibly do is, well, of course, make a morning routine. For me, what my morning generally looks like is I wake up, I get out of bed, I look at my bed being messy, and then I don't want to make my bed. So I go take a shower, brush my teeth, everything else, walk by my bed, look at my bed, and I'm like, I hate you, bed. Then I make my bed. I wish I woke up earlier so I could do the next step, which is get a notebook and plan out your day. That's something I'm actually working towards. Now I do it when I have free time in the morning, like 5-10 minutes. Just sit there and plan out what I'm doing for the day. Because unfortunately, I am extremely forgetful. And if anyone knows me, they know I'm pretty goddamn forgetful overall. So that's something else you can do. So just to reiterate, because I do very often just go off topic a little bit, is in the morning, wake up, fix your bed before you leave. This is something actually Jordan Peterson talks about in his book. And the reason why is because apparently just making your bed in the morning is one task done. And I guess it sends a little bit of a signal in your brain that you completed something super early in the morning. So it sets you up for the rest of the day. And if this becomes a habit, it actually helps keep your circadian rhythm, I can never pronounce it correctly, words. And making that list of things you need to do for the day is very important, because at the end of the day, my views on scheduling or on planners or on to-do lists is you don't use them for the big important things, because generally you're going to always remember the big important things. It's actually for the small ones that if they don't get taken care of, they start creeping up on you over time. And once they become big, it's a little bit like of a hassle to deal with. So I would say just do those two things. Try to wake up maybe a smidgen earlier. And if you can't even wake up a smidgen earlier, just maybe try to make your bed. Or if you, for some reason, can't do that, get a little notebook and just plan out what you're doing for the day. Now, I don't mean purposely pack your book with 5 billion things you want to do for the day. Just what your normal day is already. Say your normal day is, I'm just going to go buy groceries today. That's good. You don't need to put, I'm going to buy groceries and then I'm going to go to the library and get 4 books and then I'm going to read 15 pages of each book. And then I'm going to go summon the water dragon and fight some random person. You don't do that in a normal day. Don't do crazy stuff. Just write down your normal day on there. And then over time, you can start putting more things on it. And for the people that already have this list going, just, take some time and look over your list and see what on there is mentally draining or physically draining, or see what on there you can change. If you don't feel accomplished, my guy, I don't know. You should be. At the end of the day, you're listening to my podcast. That's an accomplishment in itself, because I don't know how you got this far listening to me. But listen, besides that, you're doing good. So, as always, if there is a topic you would like me to discuss or question, definitely message me on either wherever you're listening to this or Instagram, which is the UnknownHobo. Should be there pretty set up. And besides that, as always, shut the front door.